welcome back to Down the Track. In this episode, we'll be doing the fantasy picks for Sunday's doubleheader. There's two matches. The first game will be between Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Rajasthan Royals, and the second game is between the Delhi Capitals and the Punjab Kings. We'll be picking 6 players each for each game, and the formation will be 2 batsmen, 2 bowlers, 1 all-rounder, and 1 wicketkeeper, who we think will do well in your fantasy team for this doubleheader, basically. So the first game, Sunrisers versus Rajasthan Royals. Breaking news is that Kane Williamson is the new captain of Sunrisers. David Warner has stepped down. The club also mentioned that there will be changes in personnel in their foreign players as well. Does that mean Jason Roy comes in straight for David Warner? Does that mean they change their foreign kind of thing? Instead of playing 3 foreign batsmen, do they play 1 all-rounder and 2 batsmen? I really don't know. Only time will tell. So that's why for this game, the toss is very important. I'm going to pick the players now and tell you who I think will perform, but these players might not even play tomorrow because especially in Sunrisers, the management has said that there will be changes. So make sure you watch the toss and then make your decision at that time. But for me, one guarantee is Kane Williamson, and he's going to be my first batsman. I think he's in sublime form. He's batting really well. He only played a couple of games, but even you saw when he came for 8 deliveries, he scored 25 runs. When he played more deliveries, he scored 60, 70. So he's in that kind of form. I think he's understanding the conditions well. He's timing the ball well, and it's been his year. If you look at test matches, one-day matches, it's just been Kane Williamson's year, and I think he's at the peak right now. And for fantasy managers, I think this is the best time to pick him. With him being captain, does he open the batting? Does he come 1 down? I'm sure he'll try to bat up the order. So I think Williamson is a good shout. He's going to be my first batsman. My second batsman, I'm going with Jos Buttler. I feel that like I always say, he's a world-class batsman. He's got a 40 in the last game against Mumbai Indians. That will give him some confidence. And he's also understood that, he might have to bat a bit longer because with him getting out, then it causes issues for the middle order in Rajasthan. So I'm going to go with Jos Buttler. I just feel he's world-class. He has the shots in the book, and he hasn't still reached his peak. But it's coming. You can see those 30s, 40s, and I think it's going to come soon. His a big innings. And yeah, I'm going to go with Jos Buttler. I think the battle in this game will be Buttler versus Rashid Khan. How does he tackle him? I think apart from that, Buttler likes the ball coming onto the bat. The Delhi conditions suit him, especially if the batting second. I think Buttler will enjoy these conditions. So I'm going to go Buttler as my second batsman. And then wicketkeeper, I'm going with Johnny Bairstow. Again, he's in really good form. He's smashing the ball well. Of course, there are some games where he doesn't perform, but more often than not, he's been contributing with 40, 50 runs almost every game. He will have the off bat day. He's keeping well as well. He's getting some dismissals from behind the stump. So that's adding to your fantasy points. And I think he'll fancy himself against these Rajasthan bowlers. I think apart from Chris Morris has pace, but apart from that, he likes the ball coming on. So I don't think he has an issue with that. And then Sarkaria kind of changes his pace. So you just have to be watchful. But apart from that, there's no really a spinner who has really picked up wickets in Rajasthan. So I really think that Bairstow will fancy his chances here. And if he does play, which I think he will, he'll be a good shout in your fantasy team. So Bairstow is the wicketkeeper. For all-rounder, I'm going, there's not too many options. It depends on who starts. Will Jason Holder get a game? Will Mohammad Nami get a game? We don't know exactly right now, but I'm just going with Morris. I think Morris has shown that he, even if he's expensive at times, he does pick up wickets, and then with the bat, he can contribute as well. So for this game, I'm going to go Chris Morris. And then for my bowlers, Rashid Khan, I think he picks himself. In the last game, he picked 3 wickets. So he's shown that he's not just an economical bowler. He can pick up wickets, especially on these Delhi wickets. The batsman will try to attack him because there's not as much turn. But with that, Rashid's quick pace and the sudden, I wouldn't say sudden, but those subtle adjustments in his variations, it will cause problems for batsmen, and he'll pick up wickets. He might go for a few runs, and I really mean a few, because he's been really good economically. But I think if they do try to attack him, he will pick up wickets. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with Rashid Khan as my first bowler. My second bowler, there are options here, but I think I'm going to go with Sarkaria. I think he's been absolutely brilliant this season. He's picked up wickets regularly. His change-ups have been good. He's been the shining light in this Rajasthan team. And I'm going to back him in this game as well. So that's my second bowler. So just for this game, I'll do the recap. 2 batsmen are Kane Williamson and Jos Buttler. My wicketkeeper is Johnny Bairstow. My all-rounder is Chris Morris. And my bowlers are Rashid Khan and Sarkaria, Chetan Sarkaria. Those are my fantasy picks for the first game between SRH and RR. Now, moving on to the next game, Delhi Capitals versus Punjab Kings. Both teams coming in with wins, both teams looking in good form. So let's start off with the batsman. I'm going Prithvi Shaw. He looks like in really good touch, and he's smashing it to all parts. The good thing is he's converting his starts now into big scores. That 80 odd would give him a lot of confidence. He played aggressive cricket. He was playing very attacking, but he didn't lose his wicket. That was the most important thing. It wasn't a quick fire 30, it wasn't a quick fire 40, it was 80 run masterclass. Like, he was just smashing it to all parks, and he was just bashing it around. And I think he's in very good form. His timing has been good. The backlift is much better now. He's not getting bowled in that gap between bat and pad. So Prithvi Shaw is my batsman. Second batsman, there's I think it's between Gale and Dhawan. Gale showed glimpses of what he can do. He's hit like 4 or 5 boundaries in a row versus Bangalore. But I'm going with Dhawan. I think Shikhar Dhawan has shown that even he can play second fiddle to Shaw and still score runs. He can also play the aggressive role and score runs. So I'm going to go with Dhawan. He's been very consistent this season. But if you want to be a bit different, because I think a lot of people will pick Dhawan, if you want to be a bit different and try to capitalize on something, you can go with Chris Gayle and even try to make him vice captain or captain, because I feel that he's getting into that universe boss form. So I'm going with Dhawan though as my second batsman. So I have 2 Delhi batsmen, Shaw and Dhawan. My wicketkeeper is going to be KL Rahul. There is no doubt. He's a run machine, a run bank. Whatever the result, KL Rahul is going to get you runs. He'll have the off game, but he's already had 450s this season. Absolutely brilliant. I think they've only won 1 or 2 of those games, but when he scored, or 2 games. But even if they don't win, he does score runs, and he's been really good this season. And also the strike rate has improved. We saw in the last game against RCB, he got it off 50 balls, his 90. So he's finding the boundaries. He's not struggling now. He's rotating the strike as well, and credit to him. So KL Rahul is going to be my wicket keeping option. I don't think that's a doubt. Wicket-keeping batsman option. And then for all-rounder, I'm going Marcus Stoinis. I think with the ball, he's contributing. He bowls 1 or 2 overs and he's picking up wickets. And then with the bat, I think he will get promoted depending on the match situation. If it's a good wicket to bat on, he might get promoted. Or even at number 5, number 6, he might play a key role. It's been a while since he scored many runs, so I'm hoping for a big run in for him. A big return in terms of points and runs from Stoinis. So he's going to be my all-rounder. And bowlers, I'm going Avesh Khan. I think he's just been outstanding. There has been no doubt that he's been probably the best player in Delhi this season for me in terms of bowling. I think he's just been wonderful. His change-ups have been really good. His Yorkers have been good as well. He's been economical now, and he's picking up wickets. I think he's the second highest wicket taker, if I'm not mistaken, but he's right up there. So Avesh Khan is my first bowler. My second bowler will be Ravi Bishnoi. He showed in the last game as well that he will pick up wickets. His googly is very effective, and he's a natural wicket taker. He likes to toss it up, so he can get wickets at the deep as well. So players will try to step out of their crease, and they can get stumped as well. And I think Harpreet Brar had a really good game, but I'm just going to go with Ravi Bishnoi because I think in the last 2-3 games, he's shown really good signs. He's picked up around 4 to 5 wickets already. And he's a natural born wicket taker, and that will translate into fantasy points. So he's going to be my second bowler. So for this game, Delhi versus Punjab, my team will be, my picks will be Shaw, Dhawan, the KL Rahul, Stoinis, Avesh Khan, and Ravi Bishnoi. I think that wraps it up. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and comment with who do you think will do well. Who are your fantasy picks for this double header? Who are you going to captain? Who are you going to vice captain? And we can take it from there. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take care.